who do you feel like should be the number one pick in the 2021 NBA draft? We know that this draft is a very loaded draft class, and the 3 top names are Jalen Suggs, point guard, 6'4". We know what he could do. Cade Cunningham, 6'8", 220 pounds, and Evan Mobley, a 7-foot center who has a old traditional big man game. So, for me, I'm gonna just go first, and I'm gonna say I don't think this is a debate. I just think Cade Cunningham is by far the number one pick. I don't know why Riv said this. I don't know why he recommended this segment, but I just really think that Cade Cunningham, his physical intangibles and tools just make him the number one pick. He's shooting 40% from 3 this year. He's 6'8". He's 220. He's Ben Simmons with a jump shot. It's just no way that he's not the number one pick. He's going to be the consensus number one pick in the draft.
I don't hold on, John, because this guy is really crazy. Okay, so boom. Before we make the topics, right? He asked me to send him a list. I sent him a list. He goes, "Those are all good." That was up there, and he runs me back the list of what we're gonna do, the final list, and that's up there. And then he has the nerve to sit there and say, "I don't know why Riv would do this. Why would you lie to me and say this was all good?"
It was your idea. Oh, by the way, I just want to mention something real quick. So that thing about the undefeated that you talked about with the gather step.
I was just telling you what he said.
No. Okay. I'm just gonna read a little bit of the article.
Okay.
The move falls under the gather step rule, which the NBA either clarified or changed, depending on your opinion, in 2009. So
I said it got
When I said it got emphasized. So it was always there, but it got clarified. Clarified means that it just they had to tell you the definition of it, the actual definition of it, and changed it. They put it in the C's depending on your opinion. So that means that
they emphasized it more. I said that
but that means it was always there. It was not made in 2009. You said it was made.
No. I literally said it's been more emphasized. That's what I said. Yeah, that's what
you
I
said. It was made.
No, I did not. I read.
I don't think so.
There was a part in the segment where it was made.
No, I just read what he said. He said made in 2000. I didn't go in depth into the article. I just read 2009. I was like, oh, he said made in 2009. But what I said was has been more emphasized now than before. That's what I said.
Nah, you said something different. You said it was brought in 2009.
No, I was reading. I was literally reading the same article you was reading. Nah, don't do that. Anyways, back to the topic. Cade Cunningham should definitely be the number one pick in the NBA draft. I mean, I've been reading up a lot on mock drafts and reading up on what they've been saying. There's been serious debate about who's number one, but I don't really see anybody outside. I really think it depends on the team, but I don't think any team's going to pass up on Cade Cunningham. A 6'8" guard. I think these new guards coming in are going to be some big size guards, 6'8", 6'7", with Jalen Suggs being the exception. He's 6'4", but he's very fast and very strong. And he played quarterback. He's pretty nice too. But I think outside of Cade Cunningham, I think Jalen Suggs and Evan Mobley, they're making a strong case for number one in college right now, balling. But I think Cade could stop playing ball right now. He would still go number one in the NBA draft.
I don't really know too much about Cade or Jalen, but I've seen Jalen play more than I've watched Oklahoma State. And from what
bandwagon.
Yes, actually, because I always usually got my money on these crazy Gonzaga spreads. But from what I've seen from Jalen Suggs, I think what Riv said was like perfect. It depends who got the number one pick. Like if you're from based off what you guys said, I think if you're looking for a more facilitating guard, like more like point guard, I think Jalen Suggs would be like the guy who you would go with. But I think now and today, what we're seeing with guards, 6'8", he could shoot the ball, which like all that. Like I think that's what teams are more attracted to now. So from based off of what I'm hearing, I think why he should not.
Let me ask you a question. The Kings get the number one pick, hypothetically. Who do they go with?
I think they go with Cade.
Do they go with Cade and play him at the 3?
You play him at a point forward position.
Because they picked up Halliburton, they picked up Fox, so they already have 2 point guards.
Yeah, I think Hallie can play the 2.
So you don't think they go Evan Mobley and give up on Bagley?
This is my opinion.
I feel like Bagley could still.
He's all right.
I think
he's all right.
I think for him, like being a star, it's over.
Yeah, it's wraps.
I think it's over.
Bagley. I think he
definitely not a star. Like a role big.
He's a horrible defender though. That's what's really holding him back. But this is the thing. I think picking centers high in the draft, or at least with your number one pick in the NBA, is getting outdated because we've seen these past centers that have gone high in the draft have been disappointments. When you look, especially when the class is a deep class, right? So
he's a different type of big.
You look at Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley, who was guys that were picked. Luka was there. Trae Young was there. And the Kings passed up on them to pick Marvin Bagley. Then you look at the Suns when they picked DeAndre Ayton. Same thing. Like you picked DeAndre Ayton over these guys that are really good because you thought the center was going to come in and dominate. And DeAndre Ayton is a good center. He's actually picked up his defense, which was a question mark of his coming into the NBA. Yeah. But he's not Luka. You know, centers don't have the impact on a game like a guard. So I think I don't think it's a debate. I think Cade Cunningham isn't the one pick. I think Jalen Suggs, like, even though he's very fast and he's 6'4", so he's not small. He's actually tall for a point guard. I don't think right now in this moment you could drop him into the NBA and he'll like look like he has an NBA body amongst NBA players. I think Cade Cunningham has an NBA body already. Like he is
like
there.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, like he is there physically already. So I think he could hold his own in the league as soon as he gets dropped in. I think Cade Cunningham has all the tools to be the best player for a long time. Not the like best, but one of the best players.
I think he'll be the best player in that draft. I think even Jonathan Kuminga you can throw in that. I'm not saying he'll be number one, but you could throw in the pick before Mobley or Jalen Suggs because, like Joel said, he has the physical, just like Cade, he has the physical tools to just bang with players in the NBA. So, like you said, I get it. Like, the big men is kind of becoming outdated. I don't know, though, because the new set of bigs coming in are kind of like Porzingis in a sense, like bigs that can stretch out and shoot. So, it's definitely going to be interesting to see in these next couple years, you know, with Chet Holmgren and that guy from overseas, Victor Wembanyama or something like that.
See, this is the thing with me is I think for a team to draft Evan Mobley it's gonna have to be the right team and the right fit.
What about Charlotte?
That's a huge
fit,
possibility.
actually.
That's a huge
But
possibility
they need a big.
for them.
They need a big.
That's a huge possibility for them. But I wouldn't rule out the Knicks. You know, I think people are
done with Mitch.
Are not done with Mitch, but I think Mitch is not the player that
everyone thought he was going to be.
I just think you guys need a point guard so bad. Like, I think this is the draft where you're like, all right, it's time.
Point guard.
No, I get it, but I think if Jalen Suggs is off the board, Cade Cunningham is off the board.
You get the two, like we were talking about, the two lottery picks, Dallas and you guys.
Then you could actually, you know, get a guard and a big.
Yeah, but for me, I think Evan Mobley, it just depends on the right team and the right fit. I think guys like Cade Cunningham, like, he's positionless. You could play him at the 1
and
to
it's
4.
positionless basketball now.
Yes.
There's no really.
You could play Jalen Suggs at the 1 or 2. Jonathan Kuminga's a forward, but he could slide into that 2-guard spot too.
2 through 4.
You know, Jalen Green, he could play the 2 or 3. So there's guys that are positionless. Where you look at Evan Mobley, he could probably play the 4 a little bit, but I think he's more of a 5. So it's going to be tough for him. He's not really a tweener like that.
He's kind of built like Bobo.
So it just depends. Like I think that
like long and lengthy.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that centers are getting outdated, and if you're not dominating, and I mean dominating the college ranks as a center, it's going to be hard to be picked number 1. Just because of the failure rates of these centers. I mean, you got to
be like Anthony Davis type level, like when he was
type.
Yeah. Even Embiid, and Embiid wasn't like, you know,
no, defensively though in college
he was
in college.
Incredible.
In Kansas, he was different.
Him and Wiggins. Yo, I remember that.
But Anthony Davis on Duke was
Kentucky.
My bad. Yeah, Kentucky.
But I think no doubt
my boy
about
Pratt's gonna get sick at that.
I think no doubt about it though that Cade Cunningham is and should be the number 1 pick.
I hope we get the 1. I'm sorry, I don't want to make the play. I really hope we get the 1, bro. He's that good. I hope we get the 1.
I wouldn't be mad if the Knicks make the playoffs.
With him.
If the Knicks make the playoffs, get a lottery pick from the Mavs, and we draft Jared Butler.
Why would you draft Jared Butler with the lottery pick?
No, not the lottery pick. The later pick if we make the playoffs.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good.
I think Jared Butler fits the Knicks' identity.
Why do you keep trying to get point guards? Like, go get a franchise player. Why do you keep trying to get these?
Yeah, do you think RJ was a good pick?
Yes, I do.
At that point, yeah.
You think he's the face of the Knicks?
Yeah.
I mean, right now, yeah, he's doing what he does. He's only 20 years old.
He is really young.
You're right. And most NBA players really don't develop until.
We were talking about RJ versus Hero.
Remember that? Yes. Yeah, we were.
And I think to this point, RJ probably is better.
Right now?
Yes. His defense is so much better. RJ locks up sometimes.
He plays good D 95% of the time. He has those modes when he get in lockdown mode.
If you switch them, Where do
He
you?
wouldn't fit. RJ Barrett wouldn't fit with Miami.
And I don't think Harold would fit with the Knicks.
Yeah. It was perfect situations for both of them, honestly. Especially now that he has Tom Thibodeau. I think this is like the perfect space.
Yeah,
The perfect
Tom
situation
Thibodeau's
for
a
him.
really good coach.